What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content we have coming out. Now, with this video, we are jumping back into Fear State with Nightwing issue number 86. Now, if you haven't been keeping up with this line, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you caught up on everything going on with the Fear State event. Now, we last left off with Nightwing and Babs fighting their way through the streets of Gotham. Meeting up with Tim Drake, they are doing everything they can to take down the person that they are calling the Anti-Oracle, aka Seer. But in the midst of trying to track down Seer, we have the Batgirls who are up in the clock tower. With the clock tower detonating, it appears we have the death of Cass and Steph. And so with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into issue number 86, we are picking up exactly where we left off. With the clock tower going up in flames, Dick Grayson, Babs, in absolute disbelief because they believe that the Batgirls were just up there. They were just communicating with them, and so they are assuming that they died in that explosion. With the three of them not being able to do anything to stop it, they rush over to the clock tower and they start moving boulders. They are moving debris, concrete, they are moving everything out of their way trying to find them. Trying to see if they are still alive, all of them hoping they don't see what they truly believe happened. And as the three of them furiously dig through this pile of debris, this is when through the radio, we have Steph getting in contact with Babs, letting them know that they are safe, trying to figure out where they are so they can meet up. And of course, Babs is absolutely confused. Believing that they were inside the clock tower, Steph lets them know that they were able to get out. With the Magistrate attacking, they were able to get out of there just in time. But one thing is, they were not able to do anything to save the clock tower, and for that, they feel a little bit guilty. Now, of course, Babs and the other, they don't give a crap about the clock tower. They are just happy that the two of them made it out alive. And so with them getting their location, we pick up 3 minutes later and 2 blocks away. And we have the reunion of a good majority of our Bat family right here. With communications out all around the city. With Batman out of communication, no one being able to talk to one another. With the Oracle system now being compromised, it's not nearly as easy for this Bat family to find each other, to find their way through the Gotham streets because everything is now lit up. There are no more shadows around them. But with our Bat family reunion, they look up to AIRBASE-01 because they know that is where Seer is. Not only is that where Seer is, that is also home base to Simon Saint and the entire Magistrate. Now Babs, she has a one-minded goal right now. And that goal is to take down Seer, because Seer is the one that destroyed her entire system. She is the one that hacked into everything and took this all down. Now they believe that she might be working with the Magistrate, so this could be a 2 birds with 1 stone situation. And so because of that, Nightwing says that he is going in as well. And of course, Steph, Cass, Tim Drake, they are all on board to go with this mission. And so the question now is, how are we getting up there? Because if they use a plane, a helicopter, anything of that nature, they're more than likely going to get shot out of the sky as soon as they lift off. Now Bab lets them know that they could really reprogram the drones, because that's something that she is capable of doing. She could reprogram the drones and it would bring them up there. The only issue is if they ride the drones up there, the soldiers are most definitely going to end up noticing them. But this gives Nightwing the idea. Magistrate soldiers. They are obviously being able to get clearance to go in and out of those places. And he assumes it is more than likely that it is coming from their suits. Their suits are granting them access into the airbase. And so the only thing they need to do now is go find some Magistrate soldiers. And that's exactly what they do, going and picking a fight with a couple of them, leading them down an alleyway. They are setting up their ambush. And as they come down the alleyway, as the magistrate is bearing down on them, the other three, they jump from the rooftops. Descending down onto the magistrate soldiers, they had absolutely no chance in this fight. And with all of them putting on this new suit of armor that they acquired, Tim Drake, he has to point out the irony of this situation, because they have spent the majority of their lives out here stopping bad guys who are mugging people in alleyways. And now they are literally doing that exact thing. Nightwing saying, yeah, well, look at it as it's a theft for the greater good, if you will. And so with our Bat family completely suited up, the 5 of them, they head to Airbase number 1. As they land in the loading dock, they are immediately met by Seer, because Seer knew this entire time that they were on the way. She has been keeping eyes on them. She has been one step ahead the entire time. And with her expecting their arrival, she also let the magistrate soldiers know who was on the way. And with that, we see a whole squad of magistrate soldiers making their way to them, with Nightwing telling everyone to take their helmets off. To do this so they know exactly who they need to be fighting. And with that, we see our Bat family jumping into the fray. And they are just laying a beatdown on every one of these soldiers. And as the Seer watches all of this transpire, she's realizing that these guys are barely slowing them down. And so because of that, she believes that it is time to bring all of this to an end. And that's when we hear an alarm saying that the ship is falling out of the sky, that everyone needs to evacuate as quickly and as fast as they possibly can. But that is not the only thing that is going on here, because a bunch of the most elite, wealthiest individuals in Gotham, they put their children up in this airship, believing it to be the safest place in all of Gotham City right now. And so not only do they have to stop this airship from falling out of the sky, they have to save all of these children and ensure that they don't die. Because if they do, it will more than likely be blamed on Nightwing and the rest of the Bat family. And so with them running, following the screams, they find the young children. Find them guarded by magistrate soldiers. Now these soldiers, they're told by Dick Grayson to just get out of here. Like, this thing is falling down, we don't want to fight you, but if we do fight you, you will be unconscious. And so I'm giving you the opportunity right now to just walk away from this situation. We didn't make it this far by being stopped by 2 guys. Them recognizing that they are severely outnumbered here, they are going to just be out-tacticianed in every single way, they take off. They take off running. And as they are sitting here talking to these kids, all of them asking, do you know Wonder Woman? Do you know Superman? Now they have to figure out what they're gonna do with these kids. And Nightwing's first thought is, let's go to the command center. Let's go and find out what is going on there. Arriving there, this is where they see Simon Saint, and quickly dispatching of his guards, Babs makes her way into the room. Checking the computer, there is a thumb drive that is plugged into one of the USB ports. This thumb drive is the one that belonged to Seer. And what we learn is that Simon Saint had absolutely no idea that Seer was even in the system. Now Babs, she wants to do everything she can to find Seer. But right now they have to focus on dropping this airship somewhere where it's not going to hurt anybody. Because at the end of the day, they can keep it floating in the air, but they want to bring down the magistrate at the same time. So what they are going to do is drop it into Gotham Harbor. Simon Saint off to the side, trying to be sneaky, trying to go and grab a gun. He's able to grab it. He points it directly at Babs, but she knocks him for a freaking loop. And then she gets on the comms and lets everyone know that Skybase 1 will be going into the harbor, that everyone has 3 minutes to evacuate this ship. With Tim Drake getting all of these kids into an escape pod, they get off of this and they are on their way to safety. With Babs letting Dick Grayson press the button is pressed and Airbase 1 comes falling out of the sky. And we see Babs and Dick Grayson sitting on the shoreline, observing and just enjoying the sights. Because today is a great day. All that fear and control falling and sinking to the bottom of the harbor. This night, they saved the city. But Babs isn't 100% on board with saying that, the day was won. Because at the end of the day, Seer played all of them. Not only that, Seer was able to get away. And Bab lets Dick know that she simply knows too much. She threatens everything that the Bat family has. And Seer could literally be anybody. But with Babs vowing that she is somewhere out there, that she will be found, because she can't hide from them forever. And we see a young girl walking down the alleyway. As she throws off one of her jackets, we see the symbol of Seer. As we start to see her face, we recognize her as one of the Gothamite children that was up on the airship. They rescued Seer, they helped her get off of the Magistrate airbase, and she disappeared into the night with none of them the wiser. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. It's always great seeing Babs back in her bat suit. It's great seeing the Bat family coming together. And that's another reason I'm really enjoying the Robins line that was DC's Round Robin. That's what it was, Round Robin. I think some of my favorite stories usually surround the children of Bruce Wayne all coming together and just kicking some butt. And Tom Taylor has just absolutely been killing it in almost everything that he is writing. And Nightwing is absolutely no exception to that. Now, for those of you that have been waiting for, I think it's Batman 116, 117, and I think I even need to cover 115. I will be covering that here in the next couple days. We're going to end up doing a big video, one video, all three of those issues together. I realize I'm a little backlogged on a few issues, but we're going to be getting to them, including I Am Batman, so on and so forth. But yeah, with that being said, until the next breakdown.